Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. We are now on to episode 5 of the AMC Horror Show The Terror. And this episode is called First Shot A Winner, lads. And we're straight bang in the middle of this series now. There's 10 episodes I believe, and this is episode 5. And this episode, initially I thought was a fairly weak one, and then it picked up big time by the end, so it actually turned out to be a very strong one. So what we get with this episode essentially is they are now the bulk of the crew has gone to one of the ships, and there's a skeleton crew basically left on the Terror, on the ship that Jared Harris is on. They transport the Eskimo one over to the Terror to be interrogated by the captain, and there is a kind of mystery. There's the Dr. Goodsir has been noticing for a while now, and more so in this episode, that the men are showing signs of illness, a strange illness that he can't quite put his finger on, and it's starting to concern him. And he discusses it with the doctor on the Terror, and they mill about what it potentially could be, but I suspect this is going to be potentially a big part of this end of this series. But then also what we also have is the captain, Francis, Jared Harris's character, is becoming more familiar with his alcohol, and he's heading down the road of alcoholism very, very quickly in this episode, and it all goes so badly wrong by the end, in that essentially the creature attacks, and it's fantastic, this part of the episode. The creature attacks by the end, and Ian Hart, I believe it is, his character, who's like the first mate to Francis, Jared Harris's character, has a bit of a falling out with him because he starts making bad decisions, bad judgment calls because of his alcoholism, the captain, and he orders him up deck, sort of thing, and he goes up deck with a few of the other men, and this is when the creature attacks, and nobody else can get up to help because it's all trapped and what have you, down below, down deck. They can't get out to help. And it becomes basically like a fight for survival between Ian Hart and this creature. And it's really, and we see, for the first time ever really, we see a little bit more of this creature. And to me, again, it looks almost like a quite bizarre looking polar bear. And it's quite hard to fully make it out, but it looks like a polar bear to a certain degree. Just a bit more rabid or savage or whatever you want to call it. And there's a really great sequence where he's trying to escape this creature. He's climbing up the sails and things, and eventually, even though he's severely injured, eventually they manage to get him safe and away from this creature. But unfortunately, he's very, very badly injured, and that's the general gist of this episode here. Like I say, I thought the first half of this episode, while it was engaging and the characters were all doing their thing, and Hickey, this really slimy, the one who in the last episode who was whipped, punished as a boy, as the last episode was called, he's a real slime ball. You can tell he's I think he's going to develop into a major villain in the rest of this series. I've got that sense of it now. With him, that smile he gives, he winds me up. He's got a really slimy, sleazy smile. So yeah, so first half of the episode is all the setup and moving from ship to ship, and alcohol being shifted back and forth, and the Eskimo woman being moved up, and the interrogation scene between the captain and the Eskimo woman trying to find out what this creature is, what they can do about it, and then the confrontation right at the end of the episode when the creature again attacks. So really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. Like I say, initially I thought it was going to be the weakest one, but it actually turned out to be a very enjoyable episode. So I'm going to score this the same as last time. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Really good, really exciting. We're halfway through now this season. Really excited to see where they're going to go with this. I'm not sure now. I mean, we're halfway through. They've been on these boats now for the whole season. I'm not sure where else, what they can do here, how they're gonna shake it up. But I'm interested to find out. This is the best show I've seen for a while. Thoroughly enjoyable, and for me, still, guys, if you haven't seen The Terror yet, you need to get it watched, because for me, it's the show of the year. They've absolutely knocked it out of the park with this show. So definitely go and watch this show, guys. And for me, episode 5, another strong one. They've all been strong this season. Can't wait for episode 6.